in today's video I wanted to talk about some of the major differences between the way we lived our life at home and the way we lived our life here. And one of the first ones that I'm going to show you is that the sun is up super early. So as you can see, there's some cloud cover, but it's really bright this morning and it's only like 7:20. The sun likes to get up at around 5:20, so it means our baby likes to get up at the same time. And here, check this out. This is another difference, right? So you've got this little pad in front of the house, and you open it up, and it's full of water. That's our cistern, and that's what runs all of our water to the house. And the drinking water that we use is out of a bottle. You go and you buy a 5-gallon bottle of water for about 50 cents, and then you just return the bottle. And it's, you know, like back in the days when we used to do that with Coke bottles, here's the bottled water. It's a way to ensure that you get really fresh, really clean water. It's an easy system to use. So those are just two of the differences so far, but we'll go over more as time allows. Okay, so another difference is I wanted to warn everybody about when you come here, be sure to put the toilet paper into the waste basket next to you. Don't put it in the toilet. Just something to keep an eye on. It's the way that everybody does it here. Thankfully, someone told me before I got here. So think about that when you're visiting. All right, so here's another difference. Check this out. On the right, you've got a gas station here. And I don't know if it's the law or if it's just good service, but you can't pump your own gas. It's like New Jersey or Oregon. So some of you may find a difference, but for most of us in the United States, it's kind of a big deal. So you just stand there, and if you've got a card, you've got to go to the terminal and swipe it, and if you've got cash, you just pay there. So anyway, there's another difference for you.
So here we are at KFC. I was having a bad day and I just needed a taste of home, and so, you know, we went inside and it smelled like happiness. So I would say that the chicken tasted exactly the same to me. What did you think?
It was delicious, but the french fries are a little different.
The french fries were definitely different. Yeah. How were they different to you?
They had weird spices and I did not like them. But the chicken was great. They had Honduran sauce. Yep. Jalapeno, I think. Mm-hmm. And ketchup, which I, of course, use because I'm a ketchup girl.
Right.
And it's... KFC is like same old same. I'm not a really big fan of KFC.
So Chris normally isn't either, but it was good. He got buffalo chicken, and so I will say that one of the things that you can always tell about, you know, strange places is like the sauces they have are different. And so, you know, you can go to McDonald's in Mexico and they're gonna have like picante sauce. So here, the chicken was the same, but they didn't have any mashed potatoes, no green beans, no corn. You got like salad or papas fritas, which were definitely covered with a weird spicy sauce.
It's the same kind of spices that they have on curly fries.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So we just got ours with like papas fritas, which are French fries, but they had, like Kaylee said, they had ketchup, but then they also had like jalapeno sauce, and then they had Honduran sauce, which I thought tasted kind of like Thousand Island, but Chris said reminded him of Yum Yum sauce. And then they also had pecan pie. And so since we've just come from the South, I felt like I had to try it. And since it's Sara Lee, I feel like it's gonna be probably like the good stuff. So here we go, trying pecan pie in Honduras.
It's gonna shotgun the whole thing. And?
It's just like home.
Well, I'm glad you got a good taste of home.
Tastes like America.
Speaking of home, we gotta get this baby back.
Okay.
All right.
Hi everybody. So just gonna talk about a few more differences that we've noticed between Honduras in particular and Latin America in general and life in the United States. So one of the things that I would say is that, you know, aside from the things that Chris already mentioned, is, and you can see this in these houses, you see this barbed wire, you see this house here has an electrical fence, And so I'd say that things that in the United States tend to be very upper middle class or rich person are things that you'll find a lot more in the middle class as well here. For example, living in a gated community, having electrical wire like this house does around your house, or having barbed wire, having a guard, an armed guard, having a live-in maid / nanny. You know, those are things that, you know, we are able to do here in Honduras as are most middle-class people. And those are things that I think you certainly wouldn't see a lot. I don't know any middle-class people in the United States that have a maid, you know, living with them and doing their laundry and dishes for them full-time. Or that, you know, have barbed wire or electrical fences around their houses. What are some other differences?
People constantly cleaning. That's what I meant to mention.
Yeah, so there are a lot of people, whether you're inside or outside, you see a lot of people, you know, sweeping, which is barrer. This is the Mormon temple, by the way. It's huge, but don't be fooled, there is not a large Mormon population here.
It's very beautiful at night, though. I mean,
It is. It lights up and you can see it from everywhere, which I think is the point.
Right.
Yeah. And then I'd say another difference, thinking about these raindrops here, is that when it does rain here, it's short, but it is furious. It's like monsoon. The first time I ever had to deal with a Latin American rainstorm, I was actually in a mall, and I was sure that it was raining harder than I had ever seen in my life, and I was positive that it was going to crash the roof. It did not. But yeah, there's nothing like tropical rain. Another difference I think is like, so like look at this mercadito, right? So you can get like, basically you can get Coke or Pepsi and Sprite, and that's it, which is sad.
There's limited selections of soda pop and
soda.
on the list.
Yeah. People don't really drink drinks with ice. It's like a very strange thing to most people that I want ice. And then of course you can only have ice if you're at home, because then you know it's made with purified water. You really shouldn't be drinking ice when you're out at restaurants that are just making it out of tap water. So yeah, the lack of cold beverages is really sad. Also, there's no free refills, and the drinks that you get when you go are what we would call a small. And
But there were free refills today at KFC, baby.
Yeah, but yeah, you get like a cup that's like this big, and then that's your drink. And so, you know, for me, used to getting a medium, and then you can also get a free refill. You really have to either be willing to pay twice, or you just have to limit yourself.
Pace yourself.
Yeah, you have to pace yourself.
It's a lot like Europe, though, in that respect, you know, because Europe is the same way. You get one Coke and it's like €3, so you're thinking to yourself, I gotta make this thing last.
Right, exactly.
But here, at least the soda is really reasonable. I think, you know, for just like a regular soda, you go out, you know, it might be the equivalent of 50 cents.
So just today, we saw a taxi driver hit a motorcyclist. We saw another taxi driver back out onto a busy highway going the wrong direction.
Yeah.
And he just was like, everyone's gonna stop for me, and people did. He completely backed up traffic. You'll see people, like, you know, passing and non-passing areas, zooming around each other. You'll have sometimes 2 or 3 cars right next to each other, all trying to turn the same way. So yeah, like, traffic rules are more of a suggestion here. And I told Chris this: if you want to run a red light, you just give like a little honk on your horn so that people around you know that you're running the red light, so they don't hit you. So yeah, that's definitely a big difference. And then I would say, you know, something that's just been really hitting me is just like the natural beauty that the outside of Chris's classroom, you can see, you know, trees. Outside of my classroom, you see a rose garden, and outside of our friend Griffin's classroom, you see, you know, this beautiful mountain view. And so just so much naturaleza, so many, you know, natural resources and just natural beauty.
It's like a jungle and a mountain range had a baby. It's fantastic. I love it every day. You know, I get to see something, and I think that we're very, very fortunate to be here. So yeah, it's a gorgeous place in the world. So come visit.